Hello, friends. We are back again to discuss Berserk Volume 32. I'm here with Varsha. Varsha, thanks for coming by.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, that was a fun volume, wasn't it?
It's probably my favorite one in a while.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I think it's because we didn't get a whole lot of it. It seems like a departure from what we've been getting. Well, not really, but it feels like the focus has changed to more towards Griffin and what his goals are.
mm,
And I'm usually not a fan of battles, as we've discussed. This is a big battle,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm,
it feels like there's a reason for it. Like it's not just a
mm,
battle for a battle's sake. And I'm
yeah,
not quite sure. The one thing I'm confused about is if the agreement they have, or like the kind of what Griffin's status is now. I guess is kind of what there's other things that have happened in the last 10 or 15 volumes that kind of set this up.
mm-hmm,
And I kind of like that we had a break from Guts and the crew, because we do
yeah,
get them a little bit, but I'm glad we had I think we needed a break from them, like
yeah,
just to like change the focus a little bit and build the world around them, and all the there's other there's other things that have been happening that have built to this, and it
mm,
feels like we're moving forward with something, like something's happening outside
yeah.
of Guts and the crew.
I think that makes sense. There was another volume a few volumes ago where almost about I don't know 3/4 of the way in we switched to watching how Griffith was amassing his army and people coming in paying their loyalties to him, all the apostles that Griffith was acquiring.
Mm.
So this one was very similar to that, I guess. And yeah, I did enjoy the volume. I can't say that it was one of my favorites, but I see what you mean. It was a good break from what was going on, especially because I feel like we've been waiting for a certain thing to happen for so long, and it has. So we can take a break and do something else
Mm.
for a while, and then come back to this. And it also feels like the two plots are the two lines are sort of converging, right? Griffith's off doing his own thing, but then Zod shows up and he has his own agenda, and they have to team up to
Mm.
fight that monster Ganishka. So that was interesting. What did you think of that battle?
I like that. I think the when they team up and they kind of I don't really get the whole like we'll fight another day. I don't
Mm,
get that. Like if you I guess it makes sense, but if you why wait? I guess, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole like yeah, we'll finish this another time. Like I'll take a rain check on
Mm,
when we're
mm.
gonna like really battle it out. I guess it's more of like an honor thing, or like I want to be on an even playing field, and I guess there's honor in that. But I,
Yeah.
are they the most? Is he the most honorable person? I guess there's some of that.
I'm not sure if Zod is motivated by honor so much as he's entertained by fighting with Guts, and he wants a proper like he wants to have popcorn while he doesn't want him lying on the ground and like just beating someone who he's bound to win against. Perhaps that was the sense I got. He does also say that if you're Griffith's enemy, I'm going to destroy you now, regardless of what your state is. So it just seems to be something that he's doing for himself, and he wants it to be an
Hmm.
even playing field, like you said, but perhaps not for reasons of honor so much as um, how much maximizing how much fun he's going to have with that battle.
Makes sense. Yeah. It really jumps into the battle we left off with in the last volume. It like jumps right into that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And the it was seeing how powerful Zod is,
mm,
and seeing them team up was fun. And the artwork had a different feel to it. I think
mm,
from it didn't feel as heavy. There seems to be a lot of kind of space. It had like more room to breathe, and we
mm,
do get a lot of like large scale battles, but it seems like there's a lot of like there's a lot of panels that aren't just like jam packed, and I don't mind I love the artwork, but it was nice to have a little bit of a break from like the pages that are just wall to wall art.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. I I can't say I noticed that. Like I'm sure I'm sure you're right. I just didn't notice it. But yeah, I did feel like Zod was a lot more detailed
Mm-hmm.
when we saw close-ups of him. I don't know if I looked more carefully or if he's drawn slightly differently from our previous encounters of him. Like you could see the hair on his face, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it did I it did feel still like bright. The artwork. I remember the very beginning was all dark and depressing, and then the
Mm-hmm.
golden age was bright, and then we had a period of darkness again. I think now, maybe because of Griffith and how he's generally represented, it's just like everything was shining. It felt like even the bits that of especially whenever Griffith is on the page, but also when Sherka and Farnese they go into the astral plane,
Mm-hmm.
how they were drawn to be shown their astral forms. That was pretty cool. I thought how they looked like they were shining.
Yeah, I like that too, and we're finally getting some. It feels like Fernie's is her character. I'm trying to really enjoy that character,
Mm.
even though there was a little crack at her at the end about how, well, who's going to watch Casca if you were to leave. But I do enjoy her journey. I know that we've talked before. It seems a little bit abrupt, like, but I kind of felt like I like seeing her progression.
Yeah, I agree. I like what seems to be in store for her character. They yeah, she's learning to become a witch, I guess. I wonder if she'll be as powerful as Shirka at some point, but that's pretty cool that she's making herself useful in ways other than taking care of Casca. And it seems to be a bit of a redemption for her, right? Like, and yeah, I think Mura tried to explain. I can't say I bought his reasons, but tried to explain the change in the character. So yeah, I I like past that point where we understand what brought the change about. I agree. I do like where her character is going for sure.
Mm-hmm. What I'm conflicted on Griffin because I think back to all the things that he's done and kind of what he's doing now. So, what are your thoughts on that character, just in general?
Just in general, so he's okay. One, when he's on the page in this volume, what are all the things he does? He shows up, he frees up, like he sends the Kushan army back, uh, and he takes over the Midland, the leadership of the Midland army, by claiming Princess Charlotte. So, just on the face of it, just someone who is fantastic at politics because he kidnapped Charlotte. And I mean, he didn't need to convince her to be on his side. He just needed to bring her out. And I suppose in some sense he saved her from her oppressors, right? And then he helped. This is still Midland. He's helping. He
Mm-hmm.
got rid of the Kushan army, and he's probably going to maybe limit the loss of life because he has a chosen battlefield where he's going to go one on one with the Kushan emperor. It sounded like. So yeah, he's quite the liberator, isn't he? And we might people of Midland might celebrate him, but we know what else he did. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still hate him and wanna say he's such a big manipulator. I don't know what else he's going to sacrifice to get to his end goal. Kind of like another character we keep talking about every week, Steve.
Hmm.
But um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't trust him, and I definitely cannot bring myself to like him, knowing what he did. Because like, yeah, all we see that is that he's shining a lot when he's on, like when he's in around, and he seems to be helping, but and
Hmm.
he's also got that big apostle army, and they seem to be holding themselves back from killing people like their base nature would. So who's to say he's not just going to unleash them on the world after he gets his Midland kingdom? Like, fine, maybe it won't be in Midland, but what about everywhere else?
Yeah. He is very good at politics. And the the scene where they bring out the emperor or the king or the trying to find the exact title when they bring out the I forget his name.
Which who is the person?
The the clergyman. Um, I can't remember his name.
Oh, the Pope equivalent.
Right? Yeah. I thought it was funny when they bring him out and he's like
Oh,
falling over and he's barely hanging on.
oh
And everyone
yeah.
remembers the prophecy and the dream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was a fun circle to close, like, because we saw that random thread before where this Pope person was pulled into, like, had this dream, and he saw Griffith, I think, and I'm trying to find the page where we can find his title, but yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought. What were you going to say about him though?
Oh, I thought that was a funny scene where they kind of pulls him out and the look on his face. He looks like he's on another planet. He doesn't look like he's all there.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's super confused and doesn't know why he's there, what he's doing, and he just he like falls face plants in front of everyone. That was kind of funny to see that.
Yeah, I think I was laughing at that bit too. Yeah, that was the other intense politicking thing that happened in this volume, right? With the Pope, he won him over, and this was pretty clever too, I guess, because it was, he said it's a dream that he saw, which everybody else saw too. So they bought that. It's like the Pope is this holy person is saying that he is the dream that we've been seeing and all our savior. Uh, so let's all bow to him too. But I guess the Midland leaders are still not very happy about it, but they'll have to listen to this Pope dude now. What is his title? Now
I
I'm
forget his title. I
curious
was
too.
trying to look it up. I couldn't find it. Skimming through um, the jeez, I can't find his title.
The solely this war solely in Midland National Framework. Pontiff.
Pontiff.
Hmm. As fellow adherents under His Holiness the Pontiff.
Hmm. Yeah. So is Griffin? So Griffin's goal here is to just obtain more power, right? Just to achieve his goals. It seems like that's just another step for him.
Yeah, it feels like he's just back to where he started, you know. Okay, it wasn't clear whether Midland was the kingdom he wanted before. In the Golden Age, he just wanted a kingdom. But now he seems to have settled on Midland as that's the kingdom I want. I'm gonna go get it. And so yeah. More power perhaps, but mainly I think he wants to rule Midland. I think that's his goal now, as far
Hmm.
as I can tell.
Yeah, lots of battles. And this one is very battle heavy.
Yeah. I love that scene where they showed the army going on for uh, miles and miles, and that I thought was really cool how it was depicted with the long shot and just like dots on the page.
Oh yeah, I can't help but think of like Helm's Deep whenever I see battles like that.
Nice. The and then what's his name? Isidoro's favorite pastime on the ship apparently is to try and sink it with cannon. Like what? That kid. When will he
I hate
stop
that
being
kid.
annoying?
When will they just get rid of him?
Just get rid of him. And he's making Puck annoying too. I know you weren't a Puck fan before, but I was, and now I don't even like Puck anymore because because he's hanging out with Isidoro and kind of egging him on with his nonsense.
There's that one panel towards the end when he gets hit when they're practicing. They're kind of sparring in the boat, and he gets hit, and the art has a very different feel to it. The art is like more of the classic anime kind of thing where it's drawn pretty silly. So if we can find the page.
Oh, I'm. Oh yeah.
Where he gets hit with the goes with the silly face.
Oh.
But
I love
yeah, I
the
mean,
ship. No, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was saying the spread of the ship, and then there were a bunch of pretty horses. There's a lot of very nice looking artwork. Like it was good artwork always, but it was in pictures of pretty things, if that makes sense. The sea, oh my god, the water looks so I'm just noticing this now, so I'm gushing about it. But the ship, the spread of the ship on, I think it's immediately after the Griffith stuff, but that's really beautiful. The ocean looks so clear. Anyway, yeah, and I loved all the horses that we saw too.
Yeah. We did get more elephants too, right? In the beginning.
Oh yeah, elephants. Oh, and the house. I forget what they're called. The thing that sits on top of the elephant, the house thing almost, which apparently the emperor has made into a palace. But yeah, I think I loved how those looked too.
Yeah, some really great artwork.
Yeah.
And I think we say that every week, but there's the large scale, the like you said, the kind of the scale in this one. I think they have a chance to kind of have it because I think we've been the last few volumes maybe we've been more up close and personal, and then we have this like large scale battle. So it's nice to have a little bit of a change. But I do wonder how long they're going to be on the boat.
I think it's gonna be a while. Just knowing how this goes, I think we'll be there for at least a couple of volumes. If I had my way, they'd be at Elfhelm next week, but they're not. They're not going to be there in next week. They'll probably get there volume 40. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of think so too, and I do. It kind of feels like they're going to use the time for the crew to be on the boat, for them to build, for them to focus more on Griffith and what he's doing, what his plans are. It's kind of what I see happening.
Yeah, that makes sense because what else are they going to do on the boat? Yeah.
Spar and practice and
Using
not sure what
cannonballs
else.
to sink the ship. Who do you think this dude is with the weird helmet?
I think he was. Did he get? I wasn't sure who he was because he talked about being stuck there. He should be out with the army and fighting and not on the boat. But I didn't recognize him.
And he also says towards the end of that conversation that he's glad that he wasn't recognized. I think he had to leave was it the Holy See because of him? And just who do I have to thank for that? I'm too ashamed to say I was dismissed from the Holy See. And then in small letters, and just who do I have to thank for that? Who would have guessed our paths would cross again? So it seems like we've met him, or we're going to get a backstory about how he got dismissed from the Holy See because of these guys, and or he thinks he got dismissed because of them.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just something I missed.
I only remembered characters who left the Holy See. I don't know anyone who got dismissed over this. Yeah, this is going to
Yeah,
be
I
interesting to
didn't
find out who
recall.
he is.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wonder because I know that there's people who defend Griffith, and I haven't looked into it because I don't want to spoil myself, but I do wonder, are they trying to change our perception of Griffith, or are we supposed to hate him more because of what he's doing? Because I wonder what the intention is with that character. Is he a villain, or are they trying to reverse what happened during the eclipse?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I wonder if he sort of designed to just make us question whether or not we should like him, if that makes sense. Like, not
Mm-hmm.
that we're supposed to like him or not, because at the moment he's doing nothing that might warrant our hatred, except for having an apostle army. But you could argue that he's keeping them in check and only using them to hurt extremely evil people. So I guess maybe he's meant to just raise the question of, does one evil act define a person? But there's a lot more to him than that. Like, it wasn't just he did this evil thing and he stayed the same person. He became the leader of all things evil. He caused a lot more evil in the world. So it's not really as simple as, does that one evil thing define you, or can you move past that, or can you be redeemed? But so far, and this might just be me, but I feel like redemption requires some regret for what you did. I feel like you
Yeah.
do the same thing over again. Um, so yeah, it's not, none of it is sufficient to make me like him. And I guess I still hate him. I suppose that's where the emotion is. I can't say that I'm questioning it, but I can see how he might make you question it. And I wonder if that's his entire purpose, to make you question rather than to have any specific feelings for him at a particular time. What do you think?
I'm have to be. He has to be a villain, right? I mean, but I do. I think because I know that some people defend him and some people are pro Griffith. So but I think it's intentional for us to play with that character a little bit but everything he does is for his own selfish purposes, right? It's not really because he wants to do something good. It's because he's trying to achieve his goals, and no matter what happens, and he's willing to sacrifice whoever or whatever gets in his way to achieve the goal. It's not like he's suddenly a good person, or he's trying to do, like you said, there's no regret, there's no remorse, there's no, it's he's doing this for his own purpose.
Yeah, he wouldn't have rescued Charlotte. Like, I know for sure that he wouldn't have rescued Charlotte if he couldn't have achieved something out of having done that, right? So, yeah, sure, he's doing good things, but I feel like purpose matters, or that it should. Why are you doing the things you are? Because the present is good, sure, but what about the future? Who's to say you won't turn and destroy everything like you did, in fact, a few years ago?
Yeah. It's just, but I think they're doing this on purpose to try to play with that a little bit, to try to make him seem heroic, and he's getting all this praise. He's the savior, but I think we're supposed to hate him more because of this, because of what he's doing, and the position he's in is because he did all these terrible things, and he's manipulating things and people to get to where he wants to be. But Yeah, so I think it's intentional to play with that a little bit and to make the reader conflicted in a way. But I just yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I was
that
curious about
that
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The how he looks on the page, it's pretty interesting, right? Like because it's several levels up from how he used to look before. Whenever he was depicted during the Golden Age arc, he had this shiny feel to him. But now it's almost like he's making everything around him glow too, which
Hmm.
is interesting. Like it's kind of like Lysair a little bit too. In like it makes me think of so many other characters who manipulate and get what they want while projecting this aura um of what this I'm a savior person for you. But I guess all of that is maybe meant to make us hate him more, perhaps. But just speaking of the art, like, isn't it like really cool much how it's driven up several notches, all the shininess for just Griffith and how he looks. I think there were several pages of that in this volume too.
Yeah, it is. He does have a very like ethereal glow to him, like
Mm,
this. Like on his pages, like we can see him. There's a lot of white, so he does have like that glow.
yeah, yeah.
And I did like the moment though where Guts is on the boat and they're escaping, and he looks up and sees him on the hill.
Mm,
I thought that was kind of because they're so close,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so
And does Griffith have a vision of Guts on the boat, or does he just see him? Is he able to see him from the hill?
I thought he saw him, but I wasn't sure. But
Mm,
I think he sees him
mm,
on his horse when he's leaving, and he closes his eyes.
yeah.
Um,
Do you get the sense that Guts has been making really difficult decisions in these last couple of volumes to not stay and fight Griffith?
yeah, I guess that's kind of strange because his rage and revenge has fueled him for so long that it's like you wonder. So another thing is, I think they're trying to set up this new group that he has as like replacing his purpose, because his purpose has been revenge for so long, and I think his purpose is now becoming this group that he's become a part of, like this family, this found family. So is he letting that hatred go, and is he embracing this different path? Is that
Mm,
kind of what I'm seeing, this evolution of Guts?
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. We haven't gotten an internal monologue from him recently, have we? So
Mm-mm.
we just know from the external, from other points of view, like Shirka, for instance, how he appreciates them. And I think he stopped himself from doing something, not this volume, but the previous one, if I remember correctly, by looking at Casca and uh, reminding himself of his other higher purpose now. So, yeah, it maybe he's on his way to finding peace outside his rage. But there's got
Mm.
to be a confrontation coming. I feel like Griffith will find him out. Will find him and do something, even if Guts decides to leave him alone.
Yeah, they have to be on a collision course, right? We
Yeah.
have to have some kind of resolution. And I know that Casca is I just I'm I just see just the ooze. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm done with that. It's we'll see. I'm hoping by the time we get to volume 41 she'll be fine, but we'll see.
I hope so,
Hmm.
because I really liked that character before, and now, she's just like an infant.
Yeah. Yeah. it's hard to see her that way. It
Yeah.
it goes on. It's gone on for long enough that like, yeah, let's do something else now. I see what you tried to do, but let's do something else now.
Yeah, and I get like the whole purpose, like the whole reason they're on the boat is to go to find her help and to find a place for her to exist that's safe for her. But so I know that that this is part of like what's motivating them to get to kind of achieve these goals and to keep things moving forward. But it's been going on a while.
Yeah.
So like 20 volumes or something?
Yeah, it started, let's say, in theory, it started volume 14, right? Because we know she's been that way. And maybe there were 3 or 4 volumes where we didn't see her. And then Guts went back to her. So she's, in our heads, she's been like this for 20, almost 20 now, volumes. So,
Jeez. So if you were reading this as they were being released, this is like
yeah.
10 years?
Yeah. Yeah. If you like that character, oh my god, that, which we do, and half a year has been too much to go
Yeah.
on with that.
Yeah, it's been a bit too much, but I don't know. I mean, hopefully it'll pay off. There'll be a payoff for it.
Hopefully. And one of the things that's been bugging me lately is how kind of useless Puck has gotten. He's literally just comic relief. And they are going to his homeland, so he has to become important again. So, or maybe he doesn't have to. I don't know, but it seems a bit strange to me that they're going to his homeland where he might play a big role to help them navigate the area and figure out what to do next. And right now he's just a jackass on the page.
So you're coming around, huh? To my side.
Yeah. He lost me when he became friends with Isidoro.
That kid ruins everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to see what else. Just very big battles in this one.
Mm-hmm.
The battle in the beginning, and then the other battle with Griffin shows up to save the day and to declare himself, and to have was it Pontiff kind of crown him as the leader of the army. I think that was done intentionally, right? To have it done in public and
yeah, at
a big spectacle. So
yeah, I think Griffith manipulated the heck out of him for that. And he also asked him to come on this journey, right? They weren't expecting. The other people were just making claims on behalf of the pontiff, but then he showed up and he's like, yeah, no, everything you all said is wrong. He's going to lead the army. So
yeah. So Griffin is growing, and his influence is growing. He's getting close to his goals. So, but I'm glad to see that we're moving forward.
Yeah,
that we're the larger plot is kind of moving along. The rest of the world is changing and evolving. I think that's in some ways more interesting, is seeing how the world around Guts and the crew is changing and adjusting post all these big events.
Yeah. I like that. I will be mad if Griffith gets Midland before Casca's healed. That's all. Just it's a race now between the two.
He's on his way, really. He's on his way to achieving his goal. I mean, I think it was a pretty big step. This volume was a pretty big step for him. Kind of his influence is growing, and he's loved by everyone now. I mean,
yeah,
he's the savior.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It makes you wonder. All of the apostles look human right now, right? They think this is the band of the Hawk. Perhaps in the mind of the people, it's the same one that Griffith led before. But they're going to turn into their monstrous forms at some point. So it'll be interesting to see the reactions. Like, does he have the ability, for instance, to make people think that this is good for them. Will do his powers go to that extent? That's going to be interesting to see, because this is also a land that is under the what it's in the Holy See domain, right? So they probably think monsters. Their religion does not hates the monsters. I would imagine, like in any form, anything unnatural or supernatural that they can't attribute to their god. So can they successfully attribute these monsters to their god and say that this big he's made him the leader of the holy army too. So how's that going to look? That will be interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens next, though. I mean, I think I like where it's going, that we're moving, and they're finally on the damn boat.
Yeah, that's good. Finally on the damn boat. If Isidora doesn't sink it, oh man, these horses are so pretty.
Really great art. I think this year I'm impressed with how consistent and how good the art's been throughout this whole series.
Yeah. I agree. It's the details, I think, that I appreciate the most. Not that I've read a lot of other manga or comics, so I don't know how this compares, but just in isolation, I think this does a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's to maintain the level of quality over the course of this is like 20 years or something. I think Joe said. So to maintain that level of quality as far as the art goes, that's wild.
Yeah.
I guess if I was sitting around waiting for a year for the next volume, I'd think differently. But now that we can sit down and read it all in one after another, it's very impressive.
Yeah, I agree. That was one of the reasons for its popularity, right? Like how good the art was. I thought that might have been one of the reasons, but
very good art. I know we have our friend Paramita mentioned how good the art was on this. And she's she reads too many comics or mangas, but yeah, so I think even like you said, in isolation, even you can it's impressive, like how good it's been.
Yeah, I agree. You've seen a lot fewer eggheads lately. I was thinking about that yesterday.
We need more eggheads. Well, I don't know if we need more, but when they do show up, you know that they're trouble.
Yeah, we know something horrible is going to go wrong.
You can't trust the eggheads.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the next volume. And this was one of the very few times where I almost started reading the next volume. I choose not to do that because I end up forgetting, and then I'm like, I have to reread parts of it. So, but yesterday I almost was like, I was this close to starting the next one.
Yeah, I thought I could just read a few pages, but because I'm the same. I'll forget, and then I'll spoil something if I keep reading.
Yeah.
But anything else you can think of from 32?
Nope. Nothing at the moment. Just excited for the next volume.
Yeah, it'll be good stuff. Looking forward to it. But so in the meantime, where can people find you?
On the Fake Chewing forum mostly. I hang out there all the time. I also have a YouTube channel called Reading by the Rainy Mountain, where I post a lot of book discussions, most of them with Steve. And and the About page has links to my podcast and other ways to reach me.
Awesome. You can also find me on the Page Chewing forum and website. And if you'd like to join us, if you think we're morons and want to correct us on whatever we're saying, then come by and join us and hang out, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. So awesome. So we'll see everyone, or you'll hear us next week. We'll see everyone then.
Bye.